Shakespearean ambition is that innate drive one develops to succeed and become powerful. One might even say that the American dream, the ideal life lived in the US, can only be achieved through pursuing ambition. For context, the play of Macbeth follows, well, of course, the man Macbeth. Macbeth, a thane of Scotland, usurps the throne with his evil wife, Lady Macbeth, becoming the King of Scotland. Macbeth pursued his ambition too relentlessly and found himself dead. The play, Death of a Salesman, follows a failing salesman, Willy Loman. Willy yearns to achieve the American dream of success and prosperity. Willy is very ambitious even in his old age. He ultimately ends up dead after his ambition proves to be in vain. The short story, Mortals, is written from the perspective of a Metro newspaper writer who catalogs obituaries. He writes an obituary on a man named Ronald Givens, and, without knowing it, the man is still alive. The man meets with the newspaper writer explaining that it was he who had called in his death, and wanted to ask what he had thought of the obituary. The newspaper writer explains how he can't remember anything from his obituary. This proves to the man that a life of achieving the American dream and pursuing ambition and loyalty will still have no impact after your death. This realization makes everything the man has worked for and achieved feel in vain. Shakespeare's portrayal of ambition and the desire for power are intrinsically crafted into the pursuit of the American dream in modern American literature by the evidence that the American dream is pursued by following ambition. Years of ambition and work towards the American dream can easily be turned into vanity, and even still, following the American dream, the desire for more will never be satiated. The American dream is objectively based upon Shakespearean ambition. Shakespearean ambition teaches the lesson that ambition leads to undesired outcomes and vanity. I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet. When Macduff had arrived face to face, Macbeth refused to surrender, knowing that he may die. Macbeth's ambition leads to his direct death. Ambition drives individuals to pursue unobtainable and unrealistic goals. This exact ambition is what fuels one's sense of the American dream in modern American literature. I am settled and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Despite not wanting to kill Duncan, Macbeth is forced to kill him in the pursuit of ambition to become the King of Scotland. Macbeth's impetuous pursuit of ambition leads to the unforeseen consequences of not just Duncan's death, but the future deaths of Banquo, Lady Macduff, Macbeth himself, and many others. Shakespearean ambition often teaches a painful lesson, lessons which are ever present in modern American literature. The many years of ambition and work towards the American dream can easily be turned into vanity. After Macbeth died, all of his ambitions, work, and progress died with him and were forgotten. This vanity is also seen with Ronald Givens' test of reporting his own death. I mean, did you get any feeling for who I was? The kind of person I am? I shook my head. Nothing stood out? I said no. Despite even directly writing the obituary, the newspaper writer could not recall anything remarkable or important from Ronald Givens' obituary. After years of following ambition and chasing the American dream, it has proven to be vanity. Truly, if the man who wrote the article himself cannot even recall anything memorable from the obituary, then all of Gavin's years spent chasing after ambition have proven to be fruitless. This is spot-on accurate to Macbeth's predicament, as all of his time spent chasing ambition and attaining the crown have proven fruitless and empty as he died without heirs and an honest legacy. When you read that a man has served his country in time of war, stayed married to the same woman for 42 years, worked at the same job, by God, that should tell you something. After the newspaper writer told Gavins that he could not remember his obituary, Gavins reminds the man just how perfectly he lived his life, chased ambition, and worked towards the American dream. Even after living the perfect life, achieving the American dream, following ambition, nothing can be remembered about his legacy. So it is with Macbeth. that after his death, his ambition and legacy died with him. Even after achieving the American dream, or regardless, achieving such a high level of success, one may still never be fulfilled. Ambition and the American dream leaves individuals unfulfilled and longing for more. Funny, you know, after all the highways, and the trains, and the appointments, and the years, you end up worth more dead than alive. At this point, Willie was a failing salesman. He was losing his money and could no longer keep up with bills. He had asked Charlie for money. Charlie refused, but offered him a job. Willie had nearly achieved the American dream. He had everything and lost it all. Like Macbeth having the entire kingdom of Scotland to himself and then losing it all, so it is with Willie Loman, as he had the American dream but lost it all. Ambition is a desire which can never be satiated. Oh Ben, how do you do it? What is the answer? Howard had just fired Willie for his failing performance. Willie's poor mental health gave him the flashback of his brother Ben. Ben was an extremely successful diamond miner. Willie looked up to Ben and idolized his success. Willie begs Ben, asking him how he achieved his success. Despite Willie's great history of being a salesman, all of his progress, he feels, is now in vain with the loss of his job. It is at this point where Willie is losing everything. His entire world is falling before him. The same principle is true with Macbeth. As his kingdom began to revolt against him, Macbeth's whole world crashed and burned. Shakespearean ambition is deeply connected and rooted into the American dream as seen in modern American literature. The American dream itself is based upon ambition that leads to undesired outcomes and fates, which the story of Macbeth paints. All of the work spent chasing the American dream and pursuing ambition can be completely forgotten and lost, as both Ronald Givens and Macbeth have proved. Even when the American dream or a high enough level of success is achieved, the desire for more will never be quenched, as proof by both Macbeth's reign and Willie Loman's demise. The very fact that Shakespearean ambition is integrated into modern American literature proves that many concepts of the humanities are universal and are still relevant today. Modern American literature is objectively based upon prior British and European literature. Themes and motifs are universal throughout the world. There cannot be a geographical or historical barrier to the human experience of ambition.